Contrast uncut, yeah, you know that's us. Where we only speak the real and the real rock with us. Where we motivate the people and politic on success. Oh no, we ain't DJ Khaled, but they swearing we the best.
What's happening? It's Contrast.
What's good?
It's season 5. This is my spotlight episode, Rob edition. I want to give a huge shout out to Uncle Snoop's Army and Bobby D Presents. I appreciate you, brothers. It's your host, Xylo, and today we have an incredibly dope special guest. He's from the IE, born in Fontana, California, to be exact. And IE, if those that don't know, that's the Inland Empire. It's about 45 minutes southeast from Los Angeles. And man, it's a whole culture there. This brother right here is a world-renowned and celebrated influencer, YouTuber, rapper, actor, comedian, and content producer. He does everything music and content, thriving video related. He has over 220 million views on YouTube alone. I mean, this brother's platinum on that platform. Platinum, you hear me? 8 million likes on TikTok. And I mean, honestly, my son first showed me who you were on TikTok. It was an NLE Chopper Shatas Flow parody. And that had me rolling and wanting to learn more. And then I seen the Apple videos and, you know, you're telling the truth about it. And then I thought it was so funny because Apple sponsors his channel. And so you see Apple commercials before you see, you know, the actual video of them getting made fun of. And then I had a chance to meet this brother on a Shotgun Willie set doing a video, and I was blessed to work with the man. And, you know, here we are behind the Apple products and more. And if you don't know who I got on the show by now, it's all good. We get our episode to Chop It Up with Rob, AKA Rob Jobs, everybody. How you doing?
What's up? Wow, that was amazing. That made me feel really good. Thank you for that introduction.
All good, all good. No,
thanks for having me. This is cool.
I gotta tell you, you know, Rob, time's the most finite thing we have on this earth. I gotta tell you from the jump how much I appreciate you fucking with me, fucking with the viewers and the listeners. Thank you.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. I mean, I don't really have a lot of opportunities where I can do stuff like this. So when Xylo came up to me, I was like, let's run it up. I appreciate you.
Yes.
Gang.
You hear me? You hear me? So Rob, brother, what's the, you know, speaking of time, what's the normal 24 hours for you?
What's good? I mean, today I woke up pretty late. I think that's a cool thing about the job that I have is like I kind of can make my own schedule. So I was out a little late last night. So usually I wake up, you know, go to the gym, eat something fairly healthy. And then the thing with like social media and creating content is like it never ends, and it's year round every day. You don't clock in, clock out. It's kind of like always on my mind, right? So it's like I'll be in the gym and I'll be like, oh, I thought of a video idea, write it down. So it's usually my day consists of me writing video ideas down or writing a new videos or things like that. But I try to just take it easy, you know. I don't try to push myself to the limit in a way where I'm like gonna burn out, because this is just me. I don't have a team or anything. So, but yeah, that's it. Work out, write a video, talk to friends, and live life. I mean, try to create stuff, trying to get into music and whatnot.
How many days a week do you spend filming versus writing content?
So I actually spend more time writing the videos. I feel like that's the hardest thing for me, is to like think of the concept, write it down. Once that's set, then all I gotta do is film. I know how to film video. Like I've been filming videos for a while. I started doing freelance, like weddings and things like that. So I'm pretty comfortable with like editing and filming videos. So for me, it's writing that takes the longest, and then filming would take usually like a day, no longer than a day, depending on the video.
For those that don't know, if you ever filmed a wedding, you only got one shot at that. One shot. If you missed that kiss, you missed that I do, you missed that dance, or someone slipping and falling to make a memory, you missed it. And you can't
honestly, it's pretty stressful. If you think about it, like, bro, I got to get all those shots. It's like I told myself I'm never doing a wedding ever again, just because how stressful it is.
Hey, look what it created, a monster. I mean, you got
I guess so, right?
2 million strong behind you, and that little army definitely appreciates everything you put out, and they appreciate those weddings where you had to, one take it and get it done right, because the amount of content
Yeah, I
you put
guess.
out.
Yeah, I guess all the stuff that I've done leading up to YouTube, it kind of like prepped me for it. So, I don't regret it or anything. I'm actually glad I was able to do other things before, YouTube.
I feel like we just did a whole precursor of the whole show
Uh,
before we even dug into like the whole point of the show. But I'm gonna get back on track. So I got a
let's get
quote.
back on track.
Let me know how this quote relates to you, or if it doesn't, ideas, I want you to talk about it. All right, here.
Uh-huh.
Being realistic is the most common path to mediocrity. Will Smith.
I like that. Say that again, one more time. Being realistic is the most common path for mediocrity.
To mediocrity.
Uh-huh. So what is he saying? Not to be realistic?
He's saying that, when you break the rules, that's where you get the most progress. Because if you be
Yeah.
realistic for everything, I'm gonna work a 9 to 5 job and I'm gonna do that,
Yeah.
then I'm gonna have my dreams come true of having $100 million. That's not being realistic.
Exactly. And it's almost like you can't put yourself in this comfort zone and this uh um content with things. I feel like the way that I'm kind of wired is I'm always trying to strive to be better, and how can I top my last video, this and that. So I stand by that.
Because I feel like all the shit you have done, bro, you have challenged what other people are afraid to challenge. I mean, for crying out loud, the FBI was scared to challenge Apple.
Yeah, and I feel like that's kind of like my tactic with like making videos is like, oh, how can I um break the internet or do something that someone hasn't done yet? Because you know in this industry is like people want to see something they haven't seen before. If I'm making content that's already out there, like why would they watch mine over this other person's already doing it? So it's like I try my best to do something, say something that somebody won't say, or cause some sort of an awe factor within my content. And that's what I kind of like try to do. Yeah,
See,
that's why with the
mediocrity.
Apple videos is like, yeah, I was being brutally honest, things people think about that they won't say, but I'm like, I'll be the platform that says it, I guess.
Yeah, no, I will tell you offhand that I had a challenge today trying to get my AirPods to connect to my laptop because I was in a loud studio next door. And
uh
I was like, oh, yeah, I'll be able to figure it out, get my AirPods, have it connect. I spent 30 minutes trying to figure out how to get my AirPods to connect. And all I could do is think of, well, at least my shit's not falling out my ear as I'm turning. So it's, that
yeah,
enjoyment of the product.
exactly.
So talking about being in the
It's
entertainment game, did the game choose you or did you choose the game?
interesting. I like that question. Actually, I started off in front of the camera, like entertainment industry, commercials. I was in a couple, little roles for movies and stuff like that when I was younger, because I started as a dancer. So when I got like a dance agent, and then I was in like fashion shows and music videos and this and that. And then that agent referred me to an acting agent. And then I started, doing like acting gigs and whatnot. And then I was like, you know what? I want to make my own videos. And I started acting and writing up my own stuff and then putting that out. And that's where I really truly found like, okay, this is what I like to do, is like make my own things, like create something out of nothing type beat.
So what type of
So I
dance
would
are you
say
doing?
hip hop. Yeah. So I
Okay.
danced at a studio, like studio hip hop. And we would compete at different competitions and whatnot. And then we went to go audition for dancing agent. I got it, and then the rest is history, I guess.
All
I've
right.
danced for a long time, actually. A lot of people don't know that about me, is like I'm a dancer. I've been dancing for 15 years of my life, with all different levels of dance. And then I kind of like left all that behind to do YouTube full time. Yeah.
So can we get a YouTube B-boy dancing video? Rob edition. We spent 5 episodes just going crazy.
Hey, we can go back to the roots where I used to practice. My team, get them together and do something. I mean, that would be fun. Dance is a big part of my life, and I love it. But it's not something that I'm pursuing.
I got you. I got you. No,
Yeah.
it's definitely levels to what you do, but I think that would be a fun organic treat for all the fans to be able to be like,
And I think dancing is like, bro, that gave me that. I feel like the character I have now, it really allowed me to express myself and uh feel free to do so. And I'm not as secluded or shy, I feel like it really opened me up. uh I feel like that's how it is with any sort of arts, that it helps you express yourself. So give it all to like my dance and the things that my parents put me in, that really got me to make videos in my room. You know what I mean? That's how it started.
but I feel like dance gave you a sense of confidence. It's like when you knew you hit that shit, you knew every single time when I do this, the crowd's gonna go crazy. And then you learn to adapt that same energy to what you do. You transfer that energy. And so I'm like, what was your first confirmation that, entertainment where you're supposed to stick at? Would you say when it was when you got selected by the agent, or would you say it was later down the road as an acting agent took you under? Or would you say when you started to make your own videos that you were like, hey, I'm not going nowhere. This is my confirmation. Everything was leading up to this point. And, or,
Yeah.
let me know.
I think I think a lot of the things that I did prior to making videos, it led me to make those videos. But I would say, because you're right, I got a taste of it when I would perform on stage, and then something I choreographed, and then everybody in the audience saw it and had some sort of reaction to it. That feels good, and I can, use that, some of those aspects into whatever I do. I would say, yeah, when I got my agent, I guess it told me like, oh, maybe I'm good at dancing, maybe I like performing or this or that, because that's what these agents are looking for, is somebody who can perform and is not just a dancer,
Diversity.
But I think starting my own channel was the best thing I could have ever done, and started making my own videos. So I think that, and then I would post for years and years and years, and maybe like 5 years it took me to really like get to where I want to be on YouTube. Like I was posting videos the first couple years, nobody was watching or nothing. I just love to make videos, because I was also in like a film class in high school that introduced me to like cameras and stuff like that. So there's a lot of different things that kind of like attributed to me feeling like, oh yeah, this is where I need to be. But I think everything lined up, and 2 years ago is when I moved out here. I kind of took that leap of faith, and like I quit my full-time job. I left school. I dropped out, and I just came out here, and I just felt like it was the right thing to do. And I think it is. And I know it is.
Oh yeah,
So,
you're living
yeah.
in your past.
But I feel like with the dance stuff now, though, is like I could use that to like the music that I'm making. It helps me with, oh, I know how to count. I know how to count music. I know rhythm and this and that. Oh, I can maybe make a song now. So I'm glad I was in that stuff before, that now is helping me make my own things.
Because as you're breaking down cadences to dance and transition, it allows you to understand, how do I break down the cadence in a flow and catch
Yeah.
that same energy? And then here
Yeah.
we go. That's how we got the fire parodies.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. How I'm able to write the things and know, stay in the pocket, on beat, this and that. I feel like, that's because I'm a dancer, So it comes a little bit easier, I would say, maybe. Yeah.
I love how you do The Truth Is, and I feel like, I don't know if you drink coffee, but the truth is about Starbucks, they cannot make a consistent drink in every city, and they don't have enough
It
consistent
tastes different in
products.
every city, or what?
But I swear to God, like I ordered the same thing with the honey. It's like, do honey taste different in different cities? They just not put the honey in and won't tell me, but it's still on the sticker? But
Maybe
there's a
this
truth to
spot
that.
uses agave, or yeah.
Bruh, I am so confused because my drink does not
Yeah.
taste right. But your diversity definitely is showcased in every video you've created, and especially in the truth videos, especially in your parodies. Like, you definitely make yourself very transparent. Yeah, I feel like you're a real chameleon. So what was it like for you growing up, like, in the IE, and what was that dynamics that allowed you to be so diverse?
I appreciate you recognizing that, actually, because I see that in my channel and my, creative stuff that I put out. I don't try to stick to, oh, I'm just reaction. I just do this, or I just do parodies, or I just do this. I like to consider my stuff as like, you go to my channel, it's an experience. Like, you don't know what you're gonna get, but I think it's gonna be something well produced and something that has some intent and some thought into it. So for you to say that, I really do appreciate that. But as you were saying, in the IE, you said growing up in the IE, like what were you saying exactly? Sorry for
I'm
the
pretty
last
much
part of the
like,
question.
your diversity as you being a chameleon has definitely showed because your environment of what you've grown up in. And so I'm like,
Yeah.
I want to know, what was it like growing up in the IE and the influence it
Mm,
has on you? Because, you're just not like you're Rob Lopez, but you're all across the board. You're just not one view, you're 1,000 views into one subject.
yeah. And the only thing I can chalk that up to be is my I really got to thank my parents, honestly, because they put me in a lot of different, extracurricular activities, and they drove me to practice. They picked me up from school to take me to baseball, and then after baseball to take me to dance class. After dance, take me to an audition. So if it wasn't for that, and I guess I did show interest in that stuff when I was younger, but if I didn't really stick with any of that, I really wouldn't have the skill sets and things I have now, or the ambition, or the drive, or the because I feel like sports, and because I did a lot of sports when I was younger too. I wrestled, I did baseball, tennis, swim. Uh,
I
Being in
got
sports teaches you a
cauliflower
lot.
ear, bro. You see the
Oh
cauliflower
yeah,
ear?
you can probably see a little bit of mine too.
Oh yeah, I see it. He's real. He's real,
Yeah,
everybody.
yes, sir. Wait, you wrestled or kickboxing or what?
No, I wrestled. I was a second team all area in Bakersfield in Kern County. And I don't
Oh
know if
wow,
you
okay,
know,
okay.
Bakersfield is a powerhouse of wrestling.
Yeah. So, okay, I didn't know that about you. So that's cool.
I didn't
Wrestling's
know
a
you
cool
wrestled.
sport. I did it all the way up until high school. What
Uh,
happened?
I said, no, wrestling is dope. Like a lot of people don't know. Like my older sister used to be like, when I see you wrestle, I feel like I'm watching two swords fight. And I used to think that was the most derogatory thing to ever tell somebody, especially as a teenager, that she said her little brother looks like a sword fighting another sword. That is insane. But instead, it's a
Yeah,
gladiator bout between who's more of a man. And then don't laugh at me while I'm on the scale because I will, I
yeah,
was known to slam people on their necks. I was known to
yeah.
snap people's elbows because when
Hmm.
the whistle blows and right, you
Yeah,
all cold at snapping the same
yeah,
backwards. And I was just mean. And
yeah. That's what you. I mean, that's a sport. You kind of have to be that way. But it teaches you a lot about yourself, about a whole bunch of things.
life,
So, I mean, I can say that, like, it's that gave wired my head in a way where it taught me how to work for things, like that's all I've done. Nothing was really given to me. My channel wasn't, I didn't get no shout outs or nothing. It was all just years and years of just working hard and, being, I guess, uh, I don't know. I guess something deep inside, down inside of me told me like this is what I should be doing or want to do. But to go back to the question, uh, when I was younger, uh, I was just involved in so many different things, and I was that guy. I was a baseball player. My team knew that I danced, so they would call me like people would call me like, "Oh, hip hop" or whatever. Like, "Oh, hip hop has yeah," or this guy has got to go to ballet practice or something. So it's a lot of dealing with that. I remember when I was doing commercials and things when I was in high school. I did like Kids Bop and things like that. So uh
wow.
there wasn't too much like ridicule or anything. I feel like the way I was brought up, it was just I just had a busy lifestyle, I guess. And I just was involved in so many different things where it helped me out now. So it's like in the moment, I didn't think anything of it. I was just living life. My mom and dad were taking me to practice, this and that. And one thing led to the next. And I, kind of gained these different traits and skill sets that I can now use now, to benefit myself, I guess. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it
Uh,
feels worldwide, bro. It's
yeah,
transparent.
but no one was really doing that stuff like in the Inland Empire. There's not really a scene for, the entertainment industry, you know. It's not the best area either, like to be
Fun
straight
fact.
up.
I live in Bakersfield. I basically call that place home. And gaming with Kevin Edwards Jr. He's a monster YouTuber. He's from Bakersfield, and he be out there running it up. And he's influenced a lot more other people to let them know that that bridge across into success and YouTube is definitely capable. And you're definitely motivating a ton of people from the IE that hey, I can definitely reach with my environments into success and showcasing what I
Yeah.
got inside of me.
Yeah, I think there's more than meets the eye. A lot of people maybe get stuck in their own bubble where they don't think there's anything beyond that. Um
Right.
and I like to yeah, I guess I like to be that figure or that person that they're like, hey, like look at this guy, you can do it. He went to the same school as me. Like why, how can he do it? Like, oh, it's because he, put himself out there and wasn't afraid to go to dance class and perform and, make videos and express yourself. And you don't know where it can lead you. And then before you know it, I guess you're a YouTuber. I guess I don't know. Like I never called myself a YouTuber or an influencer or anything. Because when I first started making videos, like it was taboo to be a YouTuber. Like
Mm,
people back then it was like, oh, you make videos online. I like 6 years ago, right? Like it doesn't have the same effect it does now. Everybody now is trying to be a YouTuber. Everyone's trying to be an influencer. Everyone's trying to do it. Back then it was like, oh, you're weird for making videos. Like no one in my college or high school or no one was making videos. Like I was maybe in my area, like no one was doing it. Maybe if I went to school in LA or somewhere else, it was more common, but where I was, it wasn't.
you're gonna read a headline: Rob defies gravity and succeeds as a YouTuber.
Hey, that's what I'm pushing for. That's what I want people to. I mean, anything's possible. If
Facts.
someone else did something like, if someone did it, you can do it.
Hey, I got a
That's what I
random
like to think. I was like,
question.
oh, if this guy did it, why can't I do it?
I got a random question because I was in a Kiana Lede interview, and
Oh, okay, yeah.
so was she a part of Kids Bop when you were doing it?
Yes, yes. She
Wow.
probably remembers me. I mean, I definitely remember her. I remember she would be singing during our lunch breaks and whatnot. Like, there's videos online with us in the same exact video.
Wow.
But she did do Kids Bop.
So who else from the Kids Bop era with you that has crossed over?
Um, Ross Lynch, he was in Austin and Alley. He was starring in that. Um, Me and him were pretty close back then. I remember, funny story with Ross Lynch, he had no social media or anything. And I remember one day on set for some Kids Bop thing or Cartoon Network thing we did, he made like a Facebook and I was like his only friend on Facebook.
Oh,
And
wow.
now he's a rock star now. So who else though? I mean, there's who else? My boy Dana Vaughn's, he's doing his own music now. He was a part of a band, but he was in Kids Bop. Kira Green, I've seen her recently. She's doing stuff. She's on Love Island, I believe. Um, but yeah, I mean, those are just like people I've auditioned with back in the day in the industry or whatever. Like there's some people that have gone to do big things. Um, and it's just cool to see. It's like you never know where it can take you. Like that's the cool thing about it.
Everyone watching, never underestimate the ability of music and dance. Just embrace the culture because I've known a lot of people that, they could rap, but they could never cross over, but they'll say some funny things while they rap. And then, hey, now they're on Wild 'N Out. And so,
Exactly. I would love to be on Wild 'N Out. Actually, I was talking about that yesterday.
hey, Nick Cannon, hey, street cred Chuck, y'all better holler at Rob.
It's like a
Oh, yeah, we got a delay.
thing impossible. Hey, I'm right here. I got some bars.
Exactly, exactly. So I gotta know what has been one of your most rewarding moments since you've been, in the field of entertainment.
Um, being able to give back to my family, I think that's probably the most rewarding thing. Just because, like, I don't know, I didn't come up, like, we weren't like rich or anything, so to now be able to help my parents or my family with whatever, you know, I built a pool in our back house. I built a new back house and things like that for my family or whatever. I was never able to do that before. So I think that's the most rewarding thing for me.
Hell yeah, paying
I
it
really
forward.
don't. But there's so much that the industry that I'm in. There's a lot of you know, good things that come out of it, where it's like the fans and the people that watch my videos. That's amazing. Like, to have that instant feed, I could post something and have instant feedback. People that really love and support the content that I make. That's, you know, that's irreplaceable. You can't. That's so hard to. I worked so hard to get that, and it's like, oh, that's also something that's very rewarding for me. Is like, to even have a fan base or people watching my videos, regardless how big or small it is. I guess that's the main underlying reason why I started making videos, was to inspire and have people watch it, right? So I think that's anyone's goal that's making art or content, is for people to watch.
Facts.
And yeah, so that, and what was like a highlight of my, I don't, when I posted the first Apple video that went crazy, just like a feeling I cannot even explain. Like, it was that was like the big blow up phase of my YouTube career. I was like getting crazy numbers every day. I was like, whoa, like this video is going viral.
That's viral.
And I've never really felt that before. After like 6 years, 7 years of making videos, like I have had some videos that hit 1 million views or whatever, but not like 3 million views in an hour type thing, like going crazy. So that's also rewarding to see that, like, oh, like hard work and, you know, consistency pays off. Like, how cliche and cheesy as that sounds, like, if you work hard for something and you really want something, you can do it. There's a way. If there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
So
There's
seeing that happen right in front of my eyes, I was like, this is what I'm supposed to do. Like, I want to keep doing this, you know. It was like reassurance.
There's just so much value in great content. There's so much value in great production. There's so much value in just creativity and seeing it without restrictions or without, you know, any type of rules, you know, and being able to see that growth. I gotta know, because my three favorite videos of yours, which is very hard to break down, because I'm, you know, just like the rest of the craze, I was obsessed with the AirPod video. That shit had me rolling. It had me showing everybody I knew, like, look at this shit. I don't even want to buy it. Then it took me like 2 years to buy it. And, you know, it was actually not that bad. It's just I couldn't
Yeah.
for this interview, but it's just a random coincidence.
Yeah.
Nothing likes a coincidence. And then second one is, I love how you made fun of the iPhone 11, and that made me really want to actually buy one. So
Yeah.
it worked. And I love all the parodies. I love the Roddy Ricch one. You know, I love the Shadows Flow. I love, you know, I could keep on going. And I want to know, what are your 3 favorite videos of yours?
Okay. Definitely a very underrated video on my channel, I believe, is I made a infomercial for my socks, because I sell socks. So I made like a infomercial parody, you know, those like old 90s, you sick and tired of wearing this and that, well, this and that. Like, I made a video like that, but promoting my socks at the same time.
Brilliant.
I think that video is very underrated in a way where, like, the jokes in there and the way it's kind of formatted is different, and you don't really see it too often, which is why I don't think it performed as well. But it's a video that I'm very proud of and that I really like, and every time somebody asks me that, I say that video. But another one, maybe the music video I did last year is called No Sweat. Uh, I I like to, I guess, push myself. I consider my video like everything I make like a project where because I don't send my stuff off to an editor. I don't have a writer. I don't, it's all just in-house right here. So it's like I wanted to make a music video. And I didn't want people to watch it and be like, oh, it's just another YouTube rapper or whatever. Like I actually spent a good chunk of money to make this video and song like pretty legit. Because I guess I consider myself a creative, like an artist, I guess. So it's like, oh yeah, I can make a music video, and then next week I can make a parody on Apple. And I want people to still look at each video the same way, where it's like, oh, I'm gonna look at this video a little bit lower than this one because he usually does skits, so he's not a rapper. But if I, like you said, the power of production and quality, it really can go a long way. Where I don't have to convince anybody anything. I can just be it, you know. And that's the cool thing about YouTube and the platform is that you can post anything you want. You can be anything you want to be. So it's like, what now I'm taking everything I know and everything I have learned over the years and making videos where I don't have to put myself in a box where I'm only can do this or that. I can do anything. Anybody could do anything. They just feel like they're stuck in this box where they only can do this because my fans are only used to seeing me doing this. But why? Well, if you do other things, like you do that too. And it's like, I want to do all of it. I want to do everything.
That's right. You know, a lot of people don't embrace that scenario of being the new kid in the school and recognizing you're the cool kid that's the new kid at the school, and you become popular really fast. And it's like, you got to embrace that, especially if you're just coming out the box for the first time. Hit them with the void, what you feel like they don't have in the world, and give them yourself and make it real authentic, and it'll translate. People love that shit. It takes time though. It's a marathon. You're not going to get that shit overnight unless you do crazy shit and some crazy person saw it. It's a 1% rule. You get the 1% rule, God bless you. That's dope. But the rest of the world got to work for it 99% of the time. I want to know something, bro. Snoop Dogg memory, whether it's his music or in person, what's your Snoop Dogg memory that stands out to you?
Snoop Dogg memory. I was at one of the boxing events in where was it at? Out in Atlanta, I believe.
Yeah.
Snoop was, I was at that one. And he was commentating on it. It was just the funniest thing. I was just in the audience listening. And just Snoop in general, just a chill, funny guy. Anything he says is like, you got to listen, you know? So when he was commentating, I was like, this is perfect. Like, he needs to commentate every boxing thing. But I would say that honestly, because that was more of a recent thing. And I seen him. I was like seeing him in person. I wish I met him though.
Oh yeah, no, I'll tell you now, he's the Sandman. He'll put you to sleep. So be careful when you smoke with him. Make sure you got something good on you.
Yeah.
And you bring water with you.
That would be legendary, actually. It's like you can't pass on that.
No, you can't. You know, even if you got to pass out from it. Rob, you have made it through the show. Before we close out, the floor is yours. Run up what you want to run up. Shout out what you want to shout out. Do your thing, player.
All right. Hey, I appreciate it. This was fun. Yeah, check out my YouTube channel. Just type in Rob on YouTube. ROB. I got some new stuff coming out. I've been writing up some new content, some things that YouTube hasn't seen before. I'm really trying to do something different here. Really trying to show people that, you know, you can pretty much do anything you put your mind to. Follow me on Instagram, Rob Lopez. I put some behind the scenes stuff on there. I'm recording stuff with my roommates all the time. We have another channel called Love of Serve Vlogs. We're working on some new stuff. We're trying to do some music and whatnot. So I think we're really going to shake up this YouTube game and show some people some new, fresh things that haven't been seen before. So I'm excited. I don't want to say too much. I don't want to be the guy that just talks the talk and doesn't walk the walk. So just stay tuned, and I promise y'all I'm gonna bring some stuff out. So yeah.
That's right. That's right. Now, Rob, if you notice, my show is different. It's unique. They said over there, I got to have segments. And I was like, all right, no problem. I'll do segments, but I'm not going to do segments like you guys. And I'm like, how do I close out and keep that same energy? The viewers knows it's coming. I'm going to hit you with it. You got any questions for me?
I mean, what's next for these interviews? Do you have somebody coming up? Is there anybody because I'm a new viewer. I just recently started, so I subscribed and watched. So I'm gonna be waiting for the next interview. And
Man, I'll tell
these are
you,
fun.
I
I feel like you provide a lot of insight to the person you're interviewing. So yeah,
appreciate you. Appreciate you.
yeah.
No, I got a rare Kid Frost interview getting ready to come out. I got a Christian Gregory interview, Dr. Christian Gregory, Dick Gregory's son. I got a lot. I got a lot of big rappers and I just got a variety, because I do music
I like that.
videos. So I'm on set with a whole bunch of different people. I got comedians. I write a TV show with one of my artists and comedians I manage, Doughboy. And basically it's just a lot going on. And I'm just
I
trying
like
to
what you're doing. I like what you're doing.
Appreciate
You're also not just concentrating on one set of people or genre. It's like you're bringing in people that are doing something in the industry or whatever. It could be this music. And I think people love to hear about other people's stories and whatnot. So I appreciate what you're doing, and I appreciate you having me on here. I would love to come back anytime. And hey, who knows, a year from now things might be different.
Oh yeah, no, the whole idea is to bring you on when we're in the big box. That's the next step. But on that note, it's Contrast Uncut. It's season 5. This is my spotlight episode, Rob edition. And boy, Rob Lopez was over here running it up, dropping gems the size of Texas, California, Alaska combined. You would have thought it was another Canada the size gems he was dropping. I appreciate you coming.
Hey.
Being transparent and just rocking with us, man. It's been an incredible opportunity for the viewers and myself. Thank you.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
All right, bro. I will definitely tap in with you soon, bro. I appreciate you. That was dope.
Hey, bro, hit me up whenever.
Bet. We got to do a skit or something. I got to get you, Doughboy,
Need help with any
Teddy Ray, do a skit.
Anything out. Let's do it, bro.
Easy call.
I'm always down to work.
Let's get it. I appreciate you, bro. Blessings.
Hey, have a good one.